Hey, so today Glynnis and I are going to take you on a tour of the Nelson-Atkins Museum's Sculpture Garden. It's a gorgeous spring day, and you can tell Glynnis is a little hot because she's already panting, but here we go. What a beautiful day to take a walk on the Nelson grounds. We're starting this walk today from the north side of the Nelson. We just passed the coffee shop and we have the reflecting pool on our right. We're gonna turn in a circle. This is the first sculpture that we're gonna come across is by George Siegel called Rush Hour. I thought Glynnis would be a little bit more scared of this, and she's not. And as we walk down the pathway, we've got the original Nelson on the right, the original building, and then we have the new modern building on the left. And you can see big juxtaposition between the two pieces of architecture, and they're really both so very lovely. And we come down to the staircase and make our way down to the main part of the walkway where the sculpture garden is. So this garden began in 1986 when the Hall Family Foundation acquired 57 works by Henry Moore. And we'll get to that area where Henry Moore's work is here in a little bit. We've got some really beautiful things up here on the terrace. And this terrace is actually also where many wedding receptions can and have been held. It's a beautiful space. And there's really some gorgeous artwork up here as well. Look at that, Glynnis. We're coming up to the south side of the Nelson. And again, this is the side that overlooks all of the gardens and those amazing and iconic shuttlecocks that you'll see as we wander through. There's one on the north side and 3 on the south side of the Nelson lawn. We're coming on to the Thinker when Glynnis turns back around. This is a Rodin. This is one of, I think, 28 full-size castings that he created of the Thinker. And he was really one of the most celebrated sculptors of the 19th century. It's pretty cool that we have a Thinker here on the Nelson grounds. What do you think, Glynnis? We're going to make our way through these beautiful landscaped blooming trees and tulips and hedges down the walkway, this is again the south side of the Nelson. And we're coming up here on the south side to the golf course. This was started last year, and they are, it's a mini putt-putt course. You do need a reservation. It does sell out. It's unbelievably cool. And each one of the holes is based on a piece of artwork that's inside the Nelson-Atkins. It is so much fun, and you need to make sure that you get a reservation. Now we're coming down the steps on the west side, and this is where a lot of the Henry Moore pieces are scattered along on this walk path. They're big and they're beautiful and they're just really spectacular. Here's another Henry Moore. Some of these are plans, smaller pieces as he was preparing to create full-sized, so they're not gigantic, some of them. We do have 4 full-size pieces of his in the sculpture garden that will come across at least one of them on this tour. Let's go, Glenn, look! Here! Glynnis! Glynnis, you like those Henry Moores. Klaus Oldenburg and his wife, Kuzie van Bruggen, designed the shuttlecocks, and that happened in 1992. Well, no, let me think. That was in 1994. This was a really big deal, and it became quite a controversy in Kansas City when these shuttlecocks appeared, and they're really one of my favorites. Apparently, Kuzie said that she was attracted to the headdresses worn by the Native Americans in a painting by Frederick Remington, and that started them thinking about scattering feathers over the lawn as if dropped by the wing of a big bird. As they kept researching, they decided that the Nelson itself, the building, looked like was divided, the lawn, and reminded them of a tennis court. And then they kind of also figured the building was like the net, so they incorporated their ideas about the feathers with shuttlecocks, and this crazy, beautiful, amazing idea was born. And I've always loved it. Let's see what Glynnis thinks about the shuttlecock. You can find some of his Oldenburg's sketches in the Nelson of when he was planning this project, and they're really, really super cool to look at his drawings and sketches. We are coming up on the Glass Labyrinth. This is a piece that was commissioned in 2014, marking the 25th anniversary of the sculpture park, and it's super cool. Sadly, it's closed now because of COVID, but basically it is a maze in there. It's all glass, and it's really fun to wander through. You can kind of see it from the top as we go up the hill, looking down upon it, and it is a labyrinth. It's a beautiful, all see-through kind of really interesting piece. And now we are walking up onto a piece called Ferment by Roxy Payne. It's a stainless steel, kind of a vascular tree-like piece. Again, it rises 56 feet into the air and spans 50 or 35 feet across. Now we're wandering up onto one of Henry Moore's sheep. It's called the Sheep Piece. It was created in 1971 and 72. It's one of the 4 full-sized cast bronze castings. This is a piece by Ursula von Risingvard. Again, I'm probably mispronounced her name. She's an American. I believe she was of Polish descent. I kind of, and correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, I was teaching art when this piece was brought to Kansas City in 1990, and I kind of remember her being here and doing several of these. There's another one in the building, and creating them and putting them together here. They start unplanned, so they are created as she goes. They are like 3 bowls. They're supposed to bring to mind rocky cliffs, and they are wood. So she saturates the wood with black graphite, and it changes as it ages. So it will get silver, and more silver in time. And I remember them having a really unique smell when they were being installed. They're really massively cool. We're coming back around on the side of the lawn that has the putt-putt course. And you can see they have a little place where you can get food. They have a little place where you can get food and drinks, lots of picnic tables. It's just such a lovely way to spend a summer afternoon or evening. It's a great date night. That is the Nelson Sculpture Garden. You might find a few more things as you wander through yourself. Make sure you plan a trip this spring, summer, or fall. It's gorgeous here. And make sure you also sign up early for the golf course. It's open and it does fill up, and it's so very fun. You can see whole bunches of more of Glynnis's tours of Kansas City on my YouTube page. See you next time.